Yeah, we believe in thriving relationships and thriving marriages. And because we believe they are a source of happiness and fulfillment to so many of us. And there is no way we can build homes, build better families, happy families on a wrong relationship or wrong marriages. I believe that we really need to make it a point that we thrive. So on that note, if you're one of the people that really love thriving, get back to us on the numbers on your screen, get to our social media platforms. Let us know what you feel. It could be a question in your heart. It could be a marriage that is rocking right now. It could be a relationship that is barely surviving right now. You have hit hard times and you just don't know how to get yourself out of them. We can schedule sessions. We can be able to have group settings where we talk about real issues and be able to hold your hand towards a thriving marriage or a lasting marriage. We believe that we can change the narrative. Together, we can be able to make it. Today, we are talking about fulfillment in marriage as a result of a deeper connection.
That's true.
And not a surface connection.
Absolutely, yeah.
So many of us have seen surface connections. And when you see people that have surface connections and they've just met, it just feels like, it looks nice. It looks rosy. They're holding hands, they're kissing in public, they're doing what?
Yeah.
But before the hard times kick in, when the hard times kick in, and I love the way you brought it up, that is the mark and that is the test of any relationship.
Exactly.
That when the hard times kick, let's see whether you still hold hands.
Exactly.
Let's see whether you'll call him boo boo. Let's see whether you will hug in public.
Yes.
Let's see whether you will have that eye. I know every one of us understands that eye,
Exactly.
because when you look at someone intimately and you don't need to say anything for them to understand that you love them. There is just that eye across the room. You look at someone and they understand the communication.
The signal is very clear, very
but
clear.
when the tests come, that signal gets lost.
Exactly.
That signal gets lost. But how you know that it's a deeper connection?
Yeah, exactly.
That even when the boat is rocking, when you look at each other, there is a flame of passion.
Yeah.
That it does not just flicker because of the wind and the storm, that it will still, even when it is roaming and being tossed, it will still be there, and you'll feel that there's something in you alive for that person. And so it's not something that you can really neglect.
Yes, a real man deliberately choose one woman every day.
Because you cannot connect at a soul level while
ngokwataganye.
You can't. As in, you have to have that intensity and not just focus, but laser focus. That you focus and say, this is the place I want to burn, and I am not going to waste my flame everywhere else. I'm going to concentrate on one spot, and I'm going to burn it well. And burn it well.
So what I was saying is, real men deliberately every day choose to love one woman called a wife. Namuyira love, namwagala, namulowoozaako, the burning that you were talking about.
Priority.
Exactly.
Naseka naye.
But I can assure you, such decisions are not for weak, and people, mark me, they're not for weak men and frail men. Because it's not an easy decision to take. Number two, it's not an easy decision to sustain. Because you are human. When you walk out there are temptations, 101. But it, just like I said, it's deliberate. It is a decision that you make. To the men out there, on our Thursday sessions, by the way, maybe I can mention something about it. We have Thursday sessions where we deliberately concentrate on a man. Concentrate on a man in the sense that we build that man. We are running with a hashtag that says leave no man behind. We're building a community of men that are responsible. We're building a community of men that love and respect and support their women. We are building
and give them money.
And give them money.
Yes.
And enough of it. Provided the women will be accountable.
No, don't bring the accountability thing. Let us eat the money.
We are building a community of men that will offer a lending hand to a fellow man and help them. By help, I mean available to support them to go through the fire, to go through whatever that they're encountering and support them to become something. So from a community okay, to a village, to this country, to a full generation. We believe there is that one man. There is a remnant. There is a man that can change
their generation.
Why do I and so we are supporting such men, and what we're doing is we're mentoring them, we're grooming them, we're availing time. Every Thursday we have an online meeting at 7:30 p.m. and soon we'll be working on projects. These projects will be physical projects where we sit down and we say, what does it mean to have an accountability partner? And we walk you through that. Where we sit and say, you want to buy land, what do you need to know about buying land? And we'll hold you by the hand and walk with you on that journey and until you can own a plot of land. This year, most of the men say they want to buy some land. They want to build homes for their, they want to build homes, and others want to start businesses. Some of them have been in the space of I went to school, I graduated, I've looked for a job and I failed. And we've told them, don't look for a job, stop looking for one. Create one. Yes. Create one. School trained you to look for a job, but we think you can create a job. So I like the degree that you have. I love the masters that you have, the PhD. I love the fact that you're an educated man, but put all that education to work by creating a job. So we're helping them. We are like, please drop from up there and let's begin humbly.
On reality.
For the Lord will bless your humble beginnings. Let's begin humbly. Tubeko che tutandika nacho and get in there. Get in there and start working, and God will bless the works of your hands. So Thursdays, really 7:30 p.m. Just beautiful, just wonderful. We have a
get to his social media platforms and ask for the link. I believe you can be able to send the link. Yeah, you always provide the link. So get to his social media platforms. But while you were speaking, I felt like while you're building and mentoring these men, I think some men also have to take positions of being coaches and being. So you need to be able to either start an academy for the men, because I know that men really listen to fellow men, and be able to be equipped to not just help themselves to grow and transform, but to also transform others and to be able to hold their hands. That will be really, really
amazing.
Nice
now
one.
Let's flip back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, and still it's the same, that a soul connection, what it does, a surface connection distracts you.
Yes.
It does distract you, even from building wealth, even from becoming a better person, even from personal growth. Once you have a deeper connection with someone, and especially if that person reciprocates, because part of what I had talked about, number one, I had talked about you being able to be the right person. That number two is you being able to choose the right person.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when you choose a wrong person, it's like you wanting to fry an egg, and you have 8 eggs, but one of them is rotten.
Wrong.
And you have them all in one bowl. The whole egg is spoiled.
Wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
So for as long as a statement has wrong,
that's it.
Then there's a problem.
Yeah.
And in the last one where we said, you will not miss it, you will tell. It's only us that are stubborn, because again, the surface lies. The surface here lies this way, that you wanted a tall guy, a muscled up guy, a guy who drives a nice car, who smells good. So all that is surface. And what it's doing, it's gluing you to a lie.
Yeah, to wrong.
So even when you know that I think I am in the wrong place, you keep convincing yourself to stay there.
This is what
Why?
need.
Because the surface already lied to you.
Yeah.
You had that list of things that you are not, and you believe that's what you want.
Yeah.
If you cannot be that list, edit it. So the thing here is, the surface will always lie. I mean, you are glued to that light skin, eringe naba mata. You are glued to that body shape with those big hips and a big bum, and the calves and etc and etc. It is the surface. There is something more to it than what you are seeing. So even when you know deep inside
that you're
wrong, I'm with this girl, but when I ask to go and meet her at her place, she says you can't come at this time.
I
and
know.
you know, with the reason that's why she's saying that, probably there's someone else in the house.
Exactly.
But you still convince yourself, no, I think she's not feeling well. That's why she doesn't want to see
She's the exact color I want. She's the exact figure.
The surface conditions you to stay in something that is wrong.
And then my friends will be smitten when they see her.
That you don't know when wrong is wrong. Obo manyi. That guy out there who does not have that sleek car, powerful car, who does not smell nice, is 100% there for you, wants
and
to build a life
it.
and a family with you.
You
and
feel
you know
it.
it deep inside. Even when you're having these conversations with your friends, you keep saying, I know and I know that James loves me for the right reasons, but I don't feel it's the one.
Yeah. But he doesn't have this and he doesn't have that.
That's why you will suffer. That's why they will cheat on you.
Yeah.
That's why they will take you like a rag, beat you, and throw you out.
Yeah. Choosing the right person. After being the right person.
And you keep saying, I will change him.
Change him.
Are you Mukama? Are you God?
I know even God fails to change some of them. And yet he's the one who created them. So, my friend,
now we have bad
tofuuka makanika. Nogamba ngenda kumugwa wansi bwenti mokanike motereze musike waya.
Okanika ye kanika.
I know.
Nagamba ono nantegedde wanayagala kunkola atya kanjije.
Because naye abakiraba oyina kyobaza. And by the way, that is, they will know that you're a good person, but they will know you're misguided.
Buli akulumya omutwe, waliwo amulumya omutwe. So why allow to be a headache over headache?
A headache over headache. Jesus.
Because it's triple, it's double, it's shaken together.
I know, pressed down.
The thing is, akulumya omutwe, waliwo amulumya omutwe.
Yeah.
You understand? Muleke oli amulumya omutwe gwo. Save it from that trouble. Why do you have to be somewhere between?
Why do you have to look for trouble before trouble looks for you?
Someone thinks is prioritizing someone else, but you also kwenyigawo.
And you force them to prioritize you.
And you force them to prioritize. Why
and yet they are not.
And when they look at you like,
they're disgusted. And let me tell you, you can be so beautiful and disgusting at the same time.
Exactly.
And
so wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
When you see wrong, run.
There is no two ways about it.
Run.
No two ways about it.
Who said that you have to stay with him? Go away. Okay? You're seeing this Chifani guy. You've just started a relationship. Sincerely speaking, you go on a date. Navma waitress.
I know.
Over what? He ordered for something and there was a slight mistake in the order. And you're still there. As a girl,
yeah. You know some women,
no, sometimes we have gone to restaurants to eat with my wife, and we love studying relationship. People have gone on dates, because you can tell that
we are always there. You know, if you meet us, just know.
And
we are studying
you. One. Because you can tell you can tell it was the girl who came first and waited for 30 minutes.
And then someone showed up.
And then the guy showed up, but all the time he's on the phone.
And then,
while excusing himself,
exactly. And they're facing this side while the girl is facing the other side.
You can tell that okanika chikaniki.
No connection. No connection.
You deserve better, you girl. For us, we were looking at you, we were like, this girl deserves a man who loves God, who fears God, not this junk because of height.
And because but let me tell you, choice. And you can never have any connection whatsoever with such a person. And while I was thinking about it, I was thinking in form of you see how you are mixing soil and cement.
Yeah.
They can never glue together. They can never bond.
They can never bond. As a must, any day the soil will be stronger.
Yeah, and it will fluff away. When situations come, even a simple situation like they are not feeling fine, that is why someone says they failed to make it for a date because they had a flu. Have we ever failed to make it for a date because we had a flu? Even if we had malaria and we were shaking, we were showing up. Like, seriously.
So sad.
People have weird excuses.
So sad.
And you're like, because of that excuse, sometimes I listen to people and I'm like, okay, I think then either we are too analog or we happened in a different generation. We don't know what is happening in this generation. People have weird excuses of, I was going to see my mother, so I did not have time, and I slept over at my mother's place. And the guy that is speaking, or the girl that is speaking, clearly you can see there is a problem. Oh, I went to a party with my girlfriends, and I didn't have time to pick your calls.
She's disinterested, but she does not have a proper way to put it. She does not have the guts and the confidence to spell it out without missing out something. As in, when you say, I don't love you, I don't love you. So
many are not going to tell you that.
I don't love you, get it? I don't love you, ndeka.
But they will communicate through actions.
But do you know that to some relationships, when you say that, it's a reason for the other person to even assume.
I know. Dani atuloga.
Simanyi.
Human beings seems like there's someone somewhere in a shrine.
Because there's a guy who said, you come for help and then you ask simple questions. You assess the situation and you're like, I feel you don't love this girl. Stop wasting her time. Cut it.
Yeah.
Cut it.
Don't hurt her anymore.
Cut it.
Yeah.
And the guy is like,
do her a favor.
Thank you. I'm going to do it. He goes and tells the girl. And usually when I'm coaching someone to end a relationship, I tell them, don't give anyone a reason for ending it.
Yeah.
Don't even begin by saying, you're so beautiful.
You deserve better.
Si bye byakulese oze ending a relationship. Get to the point and tell her.
It could be painful, but you're saving her. This relationship
is no more. We cannot. And we're ending it here. Thank you so much. Don't give any reasons. Go away. Now, this guy said, I tried the same thing. And that was like the beginning of a fire. Where now the girl
started loving me.
Not just more loving pursuing. Me, like
stalking.
The girl is stalking me
on social media platforms where I stay, even at my workplace.
And the guy is like, now how do I handle this? Now I felt sorry for the girl because if someone has respected you enough
to tell you
to come and end it, at least respect yourself enough to walk away from it.
Cry alone if you must.
Of course.
But stay away.
They have saved you from a lot.
Don't say bamubuzabuziza. Don't say you're not ajakwejusa. Because as in there is a way people give them weird reasons for sticking on, and they say they say relationships are hard, but now things are hard. But because they are hard, we should not give up.
The guy has dropped a bomb. Okay. He has dropped a bomb. You die.
Don't be like Nigerians.
No, by the way, I'm serious.
Like, you are shooting me now. I'm
death
dead.
Here means cut off of expectations.
Yeah.
When someone drops a bomb, explode. You die.
Disappear.
As in cut off the connection. As in don't build more expectations. It is the end of it.
That is self-respect.
And number 2, even when it tries to have a comeback, don't open that door. I was having a deal recently, again, and I was having a discussion. When you go to a negotiation, you negotiate well and agree. After agreeing, the guy comes back and is flipping on you. He's changing the discussions that you had and the negotiations you had. At the point where I'd already submitted documents for signing, as in we have agreed, it's a done deal, and to me, I respect that.
Yeah.
And then the guy is picking out certain things in the document and is trying to flip around and is trying to change it. I was like, I'm withdrawing.
Yeah, bring back the document.
And the guy is like, no, you can't do that. No, I'm withdrawing it. The terms have changed.
Yeah.
I'm no longer selling. Because by the time someone drops that on you, expect worse.
A lot more.
Expect a lot more down the road. Because,
that's just not the up to no good.
In these negotiations, as a mass, there's no one who's going to give you 100%. You understand? In the negotiations, I had to forego certain things.
Yeah.
It's the same with a relationship.
That's why you call it negotiation.
It's not like you were the only guy on earth. I had to compromise a little bit for me to have you.
Yeah.
So by the time you decide to drop that bomb on me,
let me die.
Let me die.
Let me disappear.
Let me die. And that is how I respect myself. The moment you die, this is what happens. Expectations vanish.
Gone.
Because H2 by the way, in all relationships, in every relationship, are the expectations that are built.
Yeah.
That when
sometimes built on nothing.
You see Hilda carrying your child or carrying your children. In a
people
home
who dream early.
Because that's what happens.
I know.
Because that's the picture that we paint when we are dating you. That's the future that we paint when we are dating you. So it's not wrong for you to think like that. It's actually okay. But the thing is, if someone had decided to cut the future, then cut
it with everything that you saw.
cut it. You're going to tell me it's not easy. I know it. It is not easy, but get help. Cut it.
Yeah.
That's what I meant with. He has
And
dropped a
keeping
bomb
away.
on you.
Yeah.
You die.
Hey.
You die that you may resurrect in someone else's life alive and fresh,
More
ready
sober.
to start a new relationship.
And willing
but
to be
most people
vulnerable.
don't want to die. Carry
The fragments.
everything in their failed relationships into another one.
So they become another person's headache.
Where everything about your failed relationship is a yardstick to mine.
I know.
And I'm like,
But the other one used to do this. Where is he?
Wanji, ogambye
I
ki?
know.
And some men, man, namwe munneewuunyisa.
I know, and then they take that kwara.
Ogamba ogambye oti.
But the other one used to speak to me like this. But the other one used to buy for me this.
Okay.
So where is
Communication clear, go back.
Where is he? I know.
That's why I would end it. Because those are telltale signs. Those are someone is communicating, is telling you that I'm still in love with the other person. So it's as simple as this, go back.
Still in love with a person who didn't love them.
Until you close it, it shouldn't be a love triangle.
Yeah.
Don't put me in this mess. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I'm more sober, vigilant, and with a future to protect. I'm not willing to risk it for anything as stupid as you staying.
Comparing you and having another guy being a yardstick. I know. So that takes us from you being the right person. Next thing is choosing the right person. And the last thing is doing the right thing. Because in the relationship, in the marriage, you have to be able to do the right thing in order for the connection to grow closer. That's what we've been talking about. When you start mentioning ebintu ebitakwatagana, you are doing the wrong things and you are breaking.
Yeah.
You are diluting the cement that would have been conch to hold this relationship together. But because you're comparing all the time, then you're diluting it.
Yep.
And now it's no longer holding ground.
Yep. Doing the right thing here means okwawula between what I think would work for me versus what works for us. So it brings in the element of accountability.
Yeah.
Okay. And by accountability, I mean in all spheres, in all areas where you're accountable to your partner. As in, it's not weak for a man to tell a woman that I'm going to hang out with my friends. Yeah. I'll be late. Yeah. That vulnerability does not make you less of a man. Yeah. It makes you a better man, a stronger man. Okay. The other is you as a woman being able to communicate, because our challenge with our wives is they say one thing to mean another thing. For once, you stay in one direct place at the right time and be direct. Don't send confusing signals. If you are hurt, can you call it hurt? Yeah. Can you say I was hurt? Okay. Let your partner understand, because when you talk about doing the right thing, by the way, Hilda, it begins with communication, ends with communication. Exactly. Communication with your body language, communication
with your words,
with your words and everything.
You start frowning, or you have a negative attitude, but with sweet words. You're confusing us.
Exactly. Okay. If there is the diet at home that needs to be changed, communicate it. Yeah. If you feel the kameza man is not enough, communicate and in a straight way. And in a straight way. Let him understand that there was a certain lady who said, man, echinyanya mpira nchikoye. And then probably the man felt echinyanya was his best. I know. Or he waited to understand justification echinyanya. Echinyanya chiba kya mitwalo ebiri. Ngalika cheji.
Ndia chinyanya. Oh Lord, I took too long to get ndia chinyanya nchikoye.
Kwogula amanda, kwogula sukali, kwogula buli kimu kyonna. So what the guy had more budget, but he thought chinyanya is enough. The 20K is enough. So don't backbite this guy. I know, don't go to your friends. Because the version he will receive will be worse. Yeah. About the chinyanya. Yes. It will be distorted. It will be distorted, and the next thing you will be fighting. Yeah. So doing the right thing means communicate well. To me, communication in a marriage is really key.
Sit down with him and do a budget.
And tell him that,
bread costs this much, sugar costs this much, costs
we can forego bread and buy cassava. I know. But it costs this much. Still, it wouldn't amount to chinyanya. Yes.
Oh, chinyanya. Yeah, but communication, just like you said, doing good, because again, to do good, some of us need correction.
A lot of it.
Because we didn't learn these things automatically, maybe where we were brought up. But for me to be able, and you taught me how to communicate direct.
Yeah.
I used to be the kind that just shuts down when
Yes.
something happens.
Yes.
And you said, but if you shut down, I will not understand what you're talking about.
Yep.
So I'm going to second guess myself, go back, rewind, and see what I have done
Yeah.
wrong. And I will not see what I have done wrong. So can you communicate straight and tell me what the issue is, so that we will. And for me, I thought maybe communicating direct, maybe that was a form of disrespect. You know how we were brought up as girls.
Yeah.
That's a form of disrespect. Maybe this relationship, that the relationship would shake, or maybe I was not respectful enough or something like that. But when I learned that, by the way, direct is supposed to be direct, that helped me a lot. That, I mean, you can't be depressed about something, or you can't even have a headache.
There are some couples that have come to Hilda's office for help, and I sometimes sit in those couple sessions. But the interesting bit is when a guy's eyes are opened wide in shock.
To something he didn't know.
And something like a woman says, I don't remember the last time he said, I love you. And the guy is like, and is hearing it for the...
And he didn't think it was important.
Yes. Then number two, I don't remember the last time he ever shopped anything for me. And guess the guy's response, but I always give you money. I thought you would do the shopping.
But I want you to do the shopping.
Now, communication is really key.
Yeah.
Communication, because marriage should be a friendship. It shouldn't be a war zone.
Yeah.
Like
Mama bebekwana
one
bebekwana
against-
beruma era
Yes.
bekwana
mweru bebiruma
tuve wano beba bizemu ebyokweruma
mweruma ebiwooma ebinyuma omuluma naga kawomye olumye
bana
bulungi.
tugenze eno shekomye wano